Welcome tankers of Blitz Universe. We have a review for you of the VK3002M, the Baby Panther German tier 6 medium in the E50M line. And well, this wasn't a review that I was really planning to do, but I had a game on it. I think it was on Canal or Mirage, or I don't know for sure now. I think it was Mirage. It is in the video, that's one thing that's for sure. And it was a seasonal milestone X5 experience. I was getting some free experience using the free boosters that were given during recent events, and obviously double the money, double the credits. Always good to do that, and if you then pull off an ace game, well, you might as well make a review out of it, because this is a tank that needs a gentle touch, and I like to show you some pointers on how to play it, how to use it, and you will then hopefully be able to glean something from this review, get it into your arsenal, and make your tanking life in Blitz just a bit more wonderful. As we derp around over here, having a lovely little pink spike, we just about managed to get back quick enough. We want to shoot the Ness horn, but we shoot the M7, that's all well and good, and then we move up on the temple steps. And the first thing that has to be prioritized now is this VK2801. He has to go down. I'm aiming for the track, and I do get his track shot, and I know I will get shot now by him. He's loading adrenaline as well. Yeah, it's all well and good. He can load wherever he wants, but I want him out, so I'm going for the track shot again, and I'm willing to take the damage. It's a bit too much to my liking, about half of my health, but I wanted him out. This type of play of the VK3002M in the front line is something you can only do, in my opinion, if you are top tier. If you are top tier, you can be a bit of a bully because you have a very good gun, you have a reasonable armor. We will take a look at Armor Inspector and all the statistics later. But don't play this tank in the front line if you are a lower tier, because you will struggle. That said, it's still a viable option in tier 7 battles, but yeah, like I said, it can be a bully in top tier games. Those of you who have watched the thumbnail already have seen 3 mastery badges, logos over there, and it's quite much correct. There are 3 ace games in this video. I did ask Skate and Amonit, my fellow community contributors, shall I put them in all 3, and they said yes. I have another one available that will be part of a why wasn't this an ace game video, because I like to show you how you get an ace and what qualifies as an ace and what games don't, because there are people sometimes complaining on Facebook or on Discord or in-game chat stating, well, I've done this and that, etc, etc, and I'm not getting an ace game. So yeah, that's what I've trying to put together as well. So 3 ace games in this one, not 4, but still very good fun in my opinion. Back to the subject at hand, VK3002M, 6 on 1 over here, and you could see me just drive around on top of the temple steps, trying to expose to 1 tank at a time, not more, because you don't have the armor to really bounce a lot of shots. And we'll take a look at that in just a few seconds on Blitz Stars, obviously. And this is the first of 3 mastery games on Temple, pulling off an ace and a Redley and a Top Gun. We get a high caliber as well, and a scout medal, and 2.5k damage. Well, it's quite respectable in my opinion in a tier 6 medium tank. 24 shots fired, 23 hits, 22 penetrations. That's good as well. And here you can see what we did. We do some assistance damage on the Ness horn and on the KV-1S. So let's take a look at the statistics now. And here we are again, blitzstars.com tank compare. We've lined up all the tier 6 mediums, as you can see: VK3002M, VK3001D, and the 3001P from the German tech tree, Japanese Cheeto over there, UK, Cromwell, USA, delivering an EZ8 and an E2, and the T3485 from the Russian tech tree. And right from the start, it's obvious that, yeah, in terms of firepower, the VK3002M is in the middle of the pack. It doesn't have that really high DPM of the Cromwell, but it doesn't have the lowish DPM of the VK3001D either. And it's pretty much middle of the pack, 7.5 centimeter gun, 8.8 is a standout on the 3001P and 85 on the T3485, but the rest carry mostly 75mm and 76mm guns, so that's pretty much on average. Rate of fire pretty much on average as well. The bigger guns get a lower rate of fire. The Cromwell has the highest rate of fire, and the Jumbo and the EZ8 sharing the same gun obviously have the same rate of fire. But where you do excel, in my opinion, and what is a thing that you have to use to the maximum possibility, is the shell velocity. It is the highest by far if you look at the 3001P, that's -16 difference, but also compared to the, well, fairly reliable gun platforms that are the Cromwell, the EZ8 and the E2. 925 shell velocity is very good, and if you use calibrated shells, where is it? No, there it is. Then it gets to 1018, which makes this tank pretty much a sniper tank. And that also becomes apparent if you look at the armor, because that is not, well, it's there is some armor, but 60-40-40 on the hull and 145-45. That's not brilliant. We'll take a look at Armor Inspector next, and although the hull front is at an angle, it's not really special. So yeah, this is a bit of a sniper tank. It's more of a supporting tank. It has got gun depression 8 degrees, which is just a bit better than a T3485 on the right side over there. But it's worse than the two American tanks, and the Cheeto having 10 and 12 and 10 for Jumbo. Gun elevation 18, again middle of the pack, so it is a very much a middle of the pack tank, which is set apart in my opinion by the gun. A bit sluggish on the pickup, 700 horsepower engine with a power to weight ratio of 16.81, and again a few tanks that do it worse, the Cheeto and the E2 Jumbo, but a lot of the tanks do it better as well, especially the 3001D and mostly the Cromwell, as you can see here. But it's an insane cross hybrid between a light and a medium, and also in that line, but I digress. Back to the subject at hand, VK3002M. Not apparent from this statistic side is the fact that it's a fairly heavy tank, so you do have that as a possibility to ram people a bit. Fuel range, yeah, basic 240, but you do have the highest hit point pool in the game if you have the top turret mounted, which means that that becomes a weapon in itself, that big hit point pool. We will show you that later in one game, I think, and if not, we will show it in another video. But a hit point pool that comes in handy if you are in the last tank alive in the end of the game, where probably a T3485 would have been gone already. You have 120 more hit points, which is just about one shot from most of tier 6 medium tanks. Let's take a look at Armor Inspector on how it all looks in there. And when we use an M4 Sherman fitted with the 76mm gun M1A1 shooting AP, this is the sight you will get if you face a 3002M Baby Panther head on. No problem panning whatsoever, except for the edges of the gun mantlet, and if you were unlucky enough to shoot the sides of the turret, which are angled back a bit. Sides become, as you can see, red if you are angling them up, but once you get to the sides, no problem going through as well. But you can see already what happens if you wiggle the hull around a bit. So by turning the turret like this, for example, using the maximum gun depression and then juking shots out of the enemy, you might be able to bounce. Don't think of this tank as a machine that will bounce a lot of shots. It will not. The lower plate is vulnerable, obviously, because there is not provided by Wargaming. It was earlier on, but not on the web app. Then I think there is, of course, a transmission there with a lot of the German tanks in WoT Blitz, which can cause engine fires, can slow you down, can really stop you to a halt. And that's annoying if you are sit over there. So you have to hide this a lower plate and then use the maximum gun depression you have and use cover to the left. You can side skip a bit and you will bounce a lot of shots on these sides from tier 5 tanks. Moving up to tier 6, we will take tier 6, thank you. We will take a look at the Cheeto, because that has the highest penetration value on its AP. And again, these sides are pretty much auto bounce angles. You have wide tracks as well, which could absorb a few shots left and right. The mantlet will produce bounces, but the cupola is obviously a weak spot, and again, through that front plate anything will go through. But if you manage to drive at a hill and drive back, you could bounce a shot on the front plate. But like I said, in the beginning already, when we took a look at the statistics in Armor Inspector or on Blitz Tank Compare. This is a sniper tank. It has functional armor. It has armor you will have to treat with care. It doesn't have a very bouncy mantlet. It can bounce a few shots, and there will be examples in the videos I will show you. But do treat it with care, and if you engage enemies, try to use the maximum gun depression so you will hide the top of your turret, the roof plate of your turret. You will hide as much of the cupola as possible, and you will be able to bounce a few shots on the top of your mantlet, and you will be able to show as less of the front plate as possible. That's what you will have to do. That's the game plan. So let's see how it works out if we put the tank through its spaces on the battlefield. So what I've mentioned on the first game on Lost Temple, this is a very different game. It's not an ace game, but I wanted to include this one for a few reasons. We are bottom tier, as you can see. There are quite a few big guns on the red team. We are the only medium tank, which is annoying, having 3 tank destroyers and 3 heavies on my team, and then I'm the only medium, being a low tier as well. And that means we are better off in the town at the moment, in the city, because all the team is going there as well, except for 1 tank destroyer. And this is not a situation I would like to be in the 3002M, being that, well, functionally armored tank that it is, that can use its gun mostly. So I'm trying to set up over here, getting some spots in across the cap. No spots available there. The first tank is going to be spotted in a second by our tank destroyer, which is trundling behind. That's annoying in that he is trundling behind, because he does manage to get a shot into the victory, but it is what it is. You have to deal with it. So I might as well go forward now, try to spot some more targets, because I don't think all the tanks are taking that long route. We might be able to save our ET phone home, but we don't manage to save him. We missed a shot on the Tiger. No shots available on the victory. No shots available on the SB1C yet. There will be 1 shot, as you can see here, taking it, then rolling back. We are spotted again. Wanted to load HE, but the SB1C is already behind the hills, so yeah, no use for that. Just rolling down, side scraping a bit and using the bushes for cover. No shots available there. No shots on the Panther. A shot on the AMX. That one bounces. That's unfortunate, but I really wanted to make my presence known here. I wanted to make it known to the red team that I was here, that they were they couldn't just push in, and this victory realizes a bit too late. And you can see I'm rolling back again, hopefully trying to bounce shots on my front plate. It doesn't bounce, but I managed to get into cover anyway. Get shot by the Tiger. Stupid move. So we are back again, and this is a matter of just looking around now. The ARL and the A2E1, the mutant, can hold the line over there, so I'm trying to get some easy shots on the Panther. And this is what you will have to do in a tank if you are low tier. You are a supporter. I'm going to be a bit of a kill stealer as well, because the team is rolling in pretty hard, and there's a panther still over there, there's a tiger, he takes out our mutant tank, so I want to get a shot in on him if possible. No, not possible, he's done. Alright, let's shoot a VK3001P then in through his front. I'm behind cover again, and I'm trying to get some easy shots. I don't want to get hit by any tanks because I need my hit points, because we are one tank down, and this HTC doesn't really look like he knows what he's doing. The Panther, he is in the open. Thank you very much. That one goes through. That gives us one very cheeky kill. But the Reds already take the score 1 up for them. KV1 has managed to take out the AMX before he goes down to the SP1C. Quick shot into the 3001P again. I know where the SP1C is. I know where the Tiger is. So I'm just holding the line over here. And this is a bit vampiring, as Bushka likes to say, but you can see you can drive the tank in the front line. There's no doubt about that. But you have to be careful. And now I'm mostly worried about our left flank. I know where the VK is, I know where the Tiger is, but that's the one I wanted to get, the SP1C. So quick shot into him. All the damage I've done on a tank basically, but that's what I wanted to get. Tiger is looking my way, I have to get back. T28 is in a good position, he's not doing the right thing really to my mind, to my liking. But he does shoot the Tiger now, so I can move in. Tiger can't shoot me because I'm in good cover at the moment. I can shoot the VK31P and I can kill the VK31P, and there we go. And here we go, a lovely little bounce. Ka-ching on the front plate, there we go. If you angle it well, it becomes an auto-bounce zone even for the gun of a Tiger 1. And what I'm doing now is, just being a scrub really, waiting for the Tiger to engage the T28 HEC, and we get a sneaky little kill for only 7 hit points and giving us an Oskin's medal, and I think it was a second class. Not the best game in terms of damage by far, it pretty mediocre, but like I said, I wanted to include this one to show you how you can play the tank as a supporting medium, because I'm still top of the list in terms of XP, only 9 penetrations, but those were the shots that counted. The kill shot on the Tiger, the Panther taking him out for only 65, but yeah, it's taking a top tier tank out of the game, and the SP1C as he was trying to roll in on our HTC. That takes us into Canal. We are top tier again, and I want to go to the right side. I don't have the maximum gun depression, that's unfortunate, but still I feel most at home over here, especially in those low tiers where most of the people rush into the corner, and I can really work that ridge and just see what happens. You can see the team is a bit indecisive, so I'm not pushing in all the way, but I want to hold this ridge over here, peek over, see what's happening. There's a tree falling down, I think, and there is the team already. Hello, red team. We are rolling down, not taking any unnecessary hits, angling my front plate already towards the expected positions of the red team, and you can see one of the tanks, the T25, he's rolling in and would be attempting to engage that T34. But I don't. I roll back again, and I'm trying to work the tank, get it set up correctly so I can use the maximum gun depression and use the ridge line and hide my complete tank behind it. And again, like that, I'm trying to expose to only one tank at a time. This T25 is being far too aggressive. He is ignoring me, which is good because I can shoot him then, and he's down to 125, but we've already lost a tank, so I'm trying to bait shots out of him. He shoots and we are one tank down again, 0-3, and things are not looking good at the moment. I'm gonna miss this shot with APCR, but as tempting as it would be to rush in like this Anko does, my god, what are they doing? Like this Anko does, yeah, it's not something that is advisable to do. He does take a tank out, but he gets taken out as well, and I'm in trouble now because there is a tank behind me, there are 2 tanks in front of me, and I really don't want to get shot by both the VK2808, VK2808, 2801, and the T34 in one time. I do take a massive hit from the back from the SU-122, but I bounce a shot from the T34 and I can take out this 2801, hopefully. There we go. Shot into the side and rolling forward into him, just a little bit of a bump. trying to side scrape and bounce another shot where he goes through my front plate. Doesn't matter, I can kill him anyway, and he bumps into me. You can see heavy tank, 17 knocked off, and wasn't even driving very fast. And that means we have to save our KV2 now. It is what it is, but why that KV2 didn't shoot the SU or try to do something about the SU coming to my back, I don't know. That said, the SU goes down to 234 and we can ram into him and shoot him, and that leaves just the red KV2 to clean up. But yeah, I'm a one-shot. So I hope that KV2 is not reloaded, and that's why I'm moving in over here and then turning right, and I should be unspotted by now, hopefully, so he doesn't know where I am, and that means I will be going in over here. Our KV2 is going to the left of the bridge, as it seems, so well, we might be able to pincer him. There he is, KV2, thank you very much. One shot into you and already back into cover. No need to really quickly engage him. I'm getting my adrenaline back. There it is. So that means I can use it if needed. In the end, I didn't need it at all. But this KV2, he is a two-shot for me, and I am a one-shot. So you've already guessed the name of the game. I'm trying to bait a shot out of him, going in and out of sniper view to, yeah, there it is, to see the angles I have. I'm not trying to give him anything. He then rushes the shot because he probably sees the red KV2, my friendly KV2, rolling in as well. That means he is going to be toast anyways, so I'm happy to shoot him for 4 kills and the second mastery of this review. This one is 2.5k damage, high caliber top gun, obviously with 4 kills. And you can see what happened. Yeah, we pretty much carried that game. 20 shots fired, 18 on 17, 70 penetrations, a bit less than the first one on Temple. But an ace is an ace, and I'm not complaining about it. And this ace takes us to the last match of the video. And again, this is an ace game, again as top tier tank. Like I've mentioned at the beginning, this tank can be a bit of a bully as top tier. If you manage to keep it at range, if you manage to let the gun do the business and get that one to work. And we're going to do that again on this game. 4 heavy tanks on the red team, 2 tank destroyers, 1 medium. So I'm thinking they will probably go into the waterfall area as is pretty much usual on low tier games. Doesn't seem to be much of a thinking around on what to do. We can easily shoot this Jagdpanzer 4, but he takes our So Dirty Harry in the Badger already, and that is a bit annoying. So what I'm going to do here is drop down now into the cap area, make my presence known. That's one thing I want to do, but I can also get a little bit of cover from the tanks over there. Hopefully shoot the KV2, that one goes into the rocks, but I'm not panicking. I am spotted, that's annoying, but we can shoot this Jagdpanzer. He shoots one into the ground. We break his engine, we can shoot him again. No, we shoot it to the ground. We can shoot him again, hopefully. There we go, let it aim, now we shoot him. And then we are going to bait a shot out of him, shoot him again, but I am panicking just a little bit now, because the Reds are already 2 tanks up. We can shoot him again. No, thank you for moving in, Cheeto. That means we get the cheeky little kill. And now I'm off the cap and rolling away. I don't want the Reds to know where I'm. Constantly I want to do what a medium tank on Blitz does best. And that is, in my opinion, flank. Flank like a mother buzzer. Big isolated targets like this one, the SU-85. Because yeah, that's the easy targets. You have to pray a bit on those easy targets. You have to farm damage, and that can be, well, you could call it being scrubby. It is obviously, but we are 3 tanks down as it is, 2 now, because we managed to kill 1 tank. We can put a shot into the ARL, and thankfully our Kuro takes out the KV2. But there's a Cromwell on top, and that is annoying because he has far better DPM than me. I can take out this VK with a cheeky shot, bringing it 4 on 4. Hopefully trying to bounce a shot from the Cromwell, but you can see he has good gun statistics, good penetration numbers, so he goes through. But we managed to swing the game back into our favor. But this one is a hard one, the ARL. That is a well-armored tank, and we have a one-shot tank in the middle, which the Cromwell will take out. There we go. Our Cheeto wants to engage the ARL, so yeah, I'm really using, again, like I've mentioned at the statistics page, using my hit points as a form of armor, as a weapon in itself. That means I want to take out the Cromwell now. I wanted to shoot the ARL. It doesn't materialize, that's annoying. Rolling back to get my gun reloaded. ARL takes out the Cheeto, and I want to get out the Cromwell. I take a shot for my troubles. I'm rolling in again. I take another shot for my troubles, but I can shoot him. And that means I've just about enough hit points left to take one shot from the ARL. And that's going to happen here. We can shoot him as well, but I will catch him on reload. That's one thing for sure. I know I'm quicker reloaded than him. I'm turning him into a one-shot. And I'm a one-shot as well. So we have to be a bit patient over here. And you can see I'm not constantly in sniper mode, but I'm in sniper mode to see how much I'm giving the ARL. And I'm out of sniper mode to see what he's doing. And he's basically going hold on behind that VK. So that means I have to do something else than just go out over here. I will get shot, will lose the game if I don't. We're good on time, no problem whatsoever, but I can't retreat to the waterfall area. So let's roll up over here, stop, reverse, he shoots, thank you very much. APCR for the win through your turret side. That means we get another Top Gun medal, and like I said, the third, 8th game of this video. Sorry for all the seal clubbing spamming in this one, but I do hope you like this video. I do hope you can take something from this one. This was, by the way, the game where we did indeed the seasonal milestone. Thank you very much for watching, for supporting the channel. I'll catch you all on the next review, map guide or whatever. Cheers lads, and happy tanking.